What is going on, guys? So in my last segment of the video, or just a few moments ago, I fitted the mountain spare into the Inno Wedge 660 cargo box I have up top of the Sienna. Again, I was a Mark 6 7 owner, Mark 6, Mark 7 owner. This box is in the XC60, so it's been with us for quite some time, and I love it. What I like about it is the fact that it's so aerodynamic, it's slim in profile, really minimal wind noise, and from there, the best thing is, I think it's well worth the purchase because I kept it for so long, and also it fits the modern spare barely, but it works. So original plan was to go ahead and do the spare tire retrofit. But long story short, this video unfortunately will not be anything relating to the spare tire retrofit kit for the XL30 4th generation Sienna. Now if you guys are interested in that, I'll definitely leave a link to all the pioneers who did it in the forums in the description down below. They actually did all the research. Originally my whole plan was to go ahead and do this and fill up this whole void space right here. But long story short, I guess, spoiler alert, I actually like this additional space right here. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit more talking. Let's go handheld. That's my new favorite phrase. So let us go ahead and do that. So here we are going handheld. And as you can tell, I have a couple things filling up this spare tire section right here, this open section, sorry. This open section is actually for, I've spoken about it many times in the past, but since we have the 25th anniversary with the second row ottomans, same story goes with the limited and the platinum. If you have ottoman seats, then you will not have spare tires if you have the all-wheel drive. And you can see the all-wheel drive is the chrome wheels. But if you have front-wheel drive and ottomans, you still have the chance of having the spare tire if your Toyota comes allocated with it. So our car has all-wheel drive, has a second row ottoman, so unfortunately it doesn't come with this. All right, but what I like about this is the fact that you see a ton of stuff that I put here that actually is very useful. Instead of having spare tire here to fill up everything, I have more space right here. And the inflation kit is located right behind here. So it has an inflator and some gel or whatever it is to fill up the tire in case you get a flat. But that ruins the whole tire. It's irreparable. Hence why we have a spare tire kit right here initially, before I decided to go ahead and deal with the spare tire situation that we have up top. Next but not least, we have a jack right here that we'll talk about later, and we'll talk about this next time, but a jumper kit, a USB jumper kit. This right here is one of my recent purchases, impromptu. I think this will make spare tire changes easier if I am in that type of situation, right? Instead of using this breaker bar right here that I have. So all these I kind of sourced individually, all right? But we'll talk about the modern spare later. And right inside here is your battery, and also your wheel lock key, and also this thing that I sourced right here. This is a 21mm socket that is going to help us remove the lugs from here. So it fits 21, wheel lock key right here, and so forth. So luckily I didn't really have a chance to actually have to use this. So we are going to put this in right here and kind of just casually close this for now, okay? What I want to talk about is I want to shed light on all the pioneers that ventured on and did the whole spare tire retrofit right here and shared the information, shared the findings with the forums on Sienna chat. I went ahead and I researched a lot, and I was ready to jump on it. I called the Toyota dealership. I was ready to give him the product number. And speaking about product number, a current XSE owner actually before me, he chanced it and he actually got a product number that matches the XSE black on black, meaning that this whole portion right here will match instead of the lighter gray in the XSEs, or especially the tanner colors in the limited, and I guess the platinum, right? The platinum goes with the noble brown. But I was ready to do it. I was actually ready to make the jump. But again, this whole portion right here, I was really liking the space, right? And the main key is I don't have space to leave this part in the apartment, especially with our girls running around, I just don't simply have the space. Of course, I could go ahead and give this up and maybe try to sell it, or eventually, no, I don't think anyone's gonna really want it. I'm gonna have to dump this. So I'm like, hey, let me go ahead and just try it out and just fit the spare in here and see how it goes. And if I don't have to use it, and especially in the city when it's kind of like, you know, easier, you could go ahead and there's so many tire shops around the corner. But if you're along a road trip, upstate, out west, this is going to be doing the tire mobility kit duties, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how we do this by, I guess, giving you guys a walk around or just a tour, further tour of what I did prior to this. Now, before we go ahead and talk about the box up top, I want to talk about the random stuff that we sourced ourselves versus going for the full modern tire setup, right? So a modern tire actually has a couple of like jacks. Here is what we discovered ourselves. We have our own breaker bar from the previous, right? We have our own socket for the lugs, but we have to source, most importantly, the jack. All right, so here it is. We got this on Amazon again. Modern Spare actually has a scissor jack rated for, I'm not sure how much it's rated for, but there are scissor jacks online for 2 tons, 1.5 tons, 2.5, 3 even. Just want to give you guys a quick look. And where is the jack point? Let me see. It definitely clears the space. I'm going to give you guys a closer look right here. Definitely clears the space. You have a good inch or so left. From here, all we have to do is lift the tire just a little bit versus, you know, a scissor jack. I think I put more trust into this thing. And then from there, just use the impact wrench, get all the lugs out and kind of swap it out. Hopefully, you know, I don't have to be in that situation, but you know, when time comes. I think this one is lightweight enough. It comes in its own box. Of course, the scissor jack is a lot more low profile and even lighter, but I use this space to keep the jack like so. All right, moving on to the box itself, I want to go ahead and show you guys basically what happens. First, you have to, all right, so usually it's a lot taller than the Mark 7, so I step on there. If I really have to, I'll step on the seat. Keys in there, push up. And again, here it is what we store inside: a couple of seats, pop-up chairs, basically booster chairs for our girls, some covers for the strollers. But here it is, star of the show, Modern Spare. This is a Continental Spare. I'll link everything in the description down below. I believe it's 145 by 85. And here it is. This is the protective cover that I leave it on. Clearance wise, it's good. I don't think it chafes up on the top edge, but I usually put this on because if I don't bring it, I leave this outside in the elements. So if I don't bring it on the road trip, this is what I leave it on. Very nice, you know, it's padded again, a little bit padded, but I picked this one because it keeps the rim itself from getting any type of scuffing. So I'll go handheld. Let me go handheld with the selfie stick, give you guys a better look. But I'm gonna move backwards, give you guys a look at the Sienna. So this basically sums up our video today regarding the Inno Wedge and the Modern Spare working in full harmony. Let's see how it goes long term, right? Let's see how much it affects the gas efficiency. But there's still a couple of open space right in the back, the tail end of the Inno Wedge, but I'm trying to keep it under load capacity as much as possible. This box is weighted, I think it's rated at around 100 pounds, 110 pounds max, I think, right? I'll confirm it later, but I want to keep it at such. The Modern Spare itself with the rim is already 48 pounds, given what it says on the FedEx package. And it's very minimal packaging. It's just a cardboard box with maybe some foam right here to protect the rim portion of it, right? But for now, I'm just gonna end it. I'm gonna pull I'm gonna put the box down like so. You guys can see, very easy. And then turn the key. Oh, right there. Oh, good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just conclude this video. Sorry the video wasn't really talking about how to retrofit the spare tire kit with the panels and everything. I might do that eventually in the future if this doesn't work out for us or if the box flies off. But for now, I think I like this. I think I'm gonna keep the box, pretty much use it because I spent a ton of money on it back in the Mark 7 days. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, again, leave them in the description down below. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Check it out. Take care.